Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we're going to do a reading for Taurus. Let's call in spirit with some enchantment. Oh, there's kind of like a clash. Either you really like that band, or I feel like there may be a little bit of a tower moment, or maybe even like an argument coming in. So you may want to be prepared for that. But let's see what we see in the reading. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far, Taurus. I think we'll start with the Lenormand. If you're unfamiliar, it has slightly different format than the tarot. There's 36 cards. They have a playing card in the top center and then like a regular old artistic depiction at the bottom. We're going to do just a little bit more shuffling. I'm going to have to change this. Loyalty. You have the dog coming out, which can speak of somebody in your life that is rooting for you. Always nice to see that. And then we have, is this the garden? Yeah. So I feel like, Taurus, you may be going through some issues trying to determine who is loyal in your group of friends. And it feels to me like the universe wants you to be aware of the fact that there are people who have your back in your social community. But there could be something here about the road less traveled. In other words, you may put more stock in one friendship than another for a logical reason, like I've known you for longer, or I've spent more time hanging out with you. And be surprised to find out that the person who's really like your ride or die friend is someone that has less time as your friend, or you're going to be shocked, I think, by somebody being more loyal than you expected. We have the stars coming out next. And the bear. I feel like for some of you there could be a like short-term getaway, like a weekend trip, or even just like a day trip that could really help you with some restoration or some healing and give you the strength that you need to be able to deal with whatever toxicity or drama you're currently experiencing. But I keep being drawn to this like faraway land in the stars picture, and I feel like this particular combo is saying you have a journey ahead of you that's going to require some strength. You know this, I think, already, but if you want to be prepared for that journey, it's important for you to have some relaxation first, right? So if it's summer for you like it is for me, make sure you do something, even if it's just like a half-day getaway, to really just like recharge. All right, and then this is the Tattoo Tarot. We'll get a little bit more information here for you, Taurus. The first card out is the Two of Pentacles. This is clarifying the dog. Ooh, and the Two of Wands. So you may have been seeing 222 or 2222 a lot, because look at how many twos we already have, and this is 6 cards in. So literally half of the cards I've pulled for you have nothing but a 2. Okay, so I also feel like this could be a feminine energy that's really loyal, but what I really see here is somebody who is adept at balancing things out. So this person could have a reputation for helping people talk through issues if they have disagreements. For example, friends might go to them to help them, process that argument without too much like toxicity. And I also feel like this is somebody who's well traveled. For some of you, this person drives a manual shift car. But mostly what I see here, Taurus, is you have somebody who is very balanced, very stable, adept at leveraging intuition to decide upon a direction or make sure that their decisions are sound. And this could be somebody who has long hair. We have the Ten of Wands in the reverse. This loyal energy, feminine I believe it is somebody who has mastered transmuting pain rapidly. So you would also know this person by their ability to process difficult things very quickly. They might find out, they lost their job on a Friday, and on Monday morning they already have a plan put together in terms of, here are the jobs that I'm applying for on a weekly basis. I'm going to make sure I do interviews on Tuesday, Wednesday. Like they fucking move into gear. Like they just don't let anything keep them down. They just don't. Because the way I look at this card right now is I see a bird who has been struck over and over again, maybe even like wounds that people consider to be like fatal. And this bird's like, nah, I'm good. Like the dude in Austin Powers. Number 2. All right, so we have the Sun, which is the happiest card in the deck. So it's always nice to see this, especially because it's clarifying for us the card that speaks about hope and healing. So I feel like taking time to really address whatever trauma or issues that you've been through so that you can feel more healed, or at least like you've processed things, is really going to make an impact here on your ability to see happiness and also clarity in your life. I'm literally talking about clarity and what's the hidden energy, moon in reverse. So yeah, the universe wants you to know that the more you focus on staying healed and happy, the better you'll be at avoiding negative situations, because you can use that discernment very quickly and excuse yourself from the situations that don't suit you. So then we have the Page of Cups. I feel like there's somebody who's angry that they owe you an apology, Taurus. They acted hastily towards you. Perhaps there's an unrequited love situation going on here, but there's somebody who is, I feel like, being a little avoidant when it comes to apologizing to you, even though they know they were in the wrong. And this could be a third-party situation where perhaps, well, it doesn't really matter. You'll know how it fits. But with 3 of Cups, this could denote a social community again, or it can also speak about third-party situations. So it's really up to you as far as how that fits into your story. But I don't feel like this is a third-party situation for anybody where there is one person who has feelings for 2 people. I feel like this is 2 people feel something for each other and one person is left out. So if you're concerned that somebody is pulling one over on you, I don't feel like there's emotions here that you need to be threatened by. It might be more of a swim fan, or what was that movie, Obsession kind of thing, where somebody from the outside is trying to work their way in, but they don't have a hold of it. Here we have the, is it 5 of Pentacles? Yeah. 5 of Pentacles. And this is about feeling excluded, being left behind, perhaps ghosted. Interesting. Yeah, I feel like this is somebody that you've cut contact with, or they cut contact with you. But they're very loyal to you. And I think probably you to them deep down, but there's some surface level issue that needs to be dealt with. it could be that somebody here was not quite ready for the truth. Yeah. We have heartbreak with the Three of Swords coming out and the Magician. This is an interesting depiction of the Magician because here we have just the palm of a hand, right? And I always see this card with more of an air of control or abuse of power than I normally see the Magician, in part because of the red and black coloring here. But I feel like what we have is a situation where somebody is heartbroken over a no contact situation, but they feel like there's not much they can do to save it. They don't really feel like they can bring it back. They feel like somebody has seen their manipulative ways and they don't know how to, or like they're gaslighting and they don't know how to like apologize for that. Weird. So we have the Knight of Wands clarifying the Page of Cups, and this is a card about fast movement. Somebody being inspired in the moment to pivot or make a move towards something they haven't. And then we have the Knight of Cups in the reverse. It's like somebody made a move towards resolving this situation and the other person turned their back to it. Perhaps because of a love situation. You can see it, or hopefully you can. There's like a white space in front of his face that's in the shape of like a goblet chalice. And I feel like there's something here that is an illusion that has made this masculine energy feel like the approach he has taken with this situation is a good one when it's not. We'll get some situation cards on this to get some more clarification here for you, Taurus. What else do we have? So we have poison and toxic behavior in the reverse. This comes across to me like somebody in a situation has a really like knee-jerk reaction to toxic behavior. Like, oh, sorry, I didn't know you were toxic. Get the fuck out. No negotiating. Like, we're done. I feel like there was a very quick ending here, and despite that, there has been an attempt at writing out a message to reconcile, but that message has not gone through, possibly due to somebody's pride, or because this person would prefer to run into you randomly instead of looking like they have engineered this apology, right? They don't want to be like ignored or left on red. We have irreconcilable differences. I don't feel like this is divorce for many of you, although that could be true. For some of you, I feel like more than likely this was a non-marital situation where there were differences that came up between you, and those differences seemed like you really just can't do anything with this. Like, you're not listening to me, I'm not listening to you, whatever it is, we're not on the same page. However, there is a need for somebody to come clean about something. There's a need to apologize, I think, first and foremost. We're going to clarify just a little bit more with the Gypsy Oracle deck. If this is resonating, go ahead and give me a like or subscribe, please. I love these cards ever since I saw them on Spiritual Beauty's channel. All right, we've got Malady here, or as some people like to say, Milady, which is always fun. it's like there's two messages I'm getting from this. There are people who are really trying to win through their toxic behavior. And then there's also somebody here who is like sick to their stomach or like disgusted by the toxic behavior that some people are invoking or embodying. So on the one hand, somebody is sending out a lot of negative energy or is hateful or jealous of somebody, and all that energy is coming right back on them, and it's making them ill. So they may be having headaches or stomach aches, dizziness, whatever it is, and then the other person who is not really, like they're too ascended to tolerate the bullshit, they feel off kilter in that kind of environment, so they remove themselves. Like they feel physical symptoms of that. So we have joyfulness coming out to clarify this journal card. So I feel like somebody has realized that there was really only happiness here, and ghosting the situation has just resulted in like a mental prison of some sort. There's somebody here who's definitely regretting how they handled the situation. I see an urn in the corner of the prison card, so for some of you, there could have been a death. And then I looked at this card. So I see this in a couple of ways. I do feel like there could be external stressors, such as for some of you, perhaps the loss of someone close to you. If that's true, I'm really sorry you're going through that. Stay strong. But I also feel like, because I don't really read these in the reverse, but because it was upside down, I feel like there's also something here about someone not wanting this to be the end. Then we have merchant. I feel like somebody has I feel like somebody has seen things in a different light because of this ending of a relationship they've had. So, we have like divorce final or irreconcilable differences here. And then we have a dude leaning on a bunch of packages, like somebody's like moving out. So I feel like there could be, for some of you, an actual physical move. There could just be like an emotional move away from something. But this is giving way to some sort of emotional change or a change in perspective for this person. And then we have lover. With those fucking weird pants, and tights, and stuff. Interesting. So, this person could be a secret admirer. They could have ghosted you because they weren't really sure how to confess that or speak about that with you. Maybe you were involved elsewhere. Whatever's going on, there's definitely a conversation that needs to happen here, and I feel like it is on the horizon here soon. So hopefully it goes well for you. Remember that forgiveness is a gift for you and for the person you're forgiving, so don't be cheap with it. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.